Welcome back, everybody, to Rimworld. Yesterday, you might remember we got some pretty decent upgrades, which I plan on carrying on today. My goal by kind of the next couple of episodes is to phase out all of the Tier 1, if we've even got any of those left. More importantly, the Tier 2 androids, and have everybody, hopefully, Tier 4. There is kind of an argument for keeping around some Tier 2 androids just for things like cremation, things like smelting. Mainly because if you have 5 or 6 cremation bots, they are always going to be able to outwork one fully upgraded Tier 4 cremation bot. However, the thing that really convinced me is seeing how much of the HP difference, seeing how much more powerful the Tier 4 robots are compared to those earlier tiers. You know, just in terms of HP, how much more bulky they are, and how much less likely they are to die at the end of the day. And given that we're getting raids, I was going to say every 3 days, but as you can see right here, whenever the fucking game feels like it, I'm thinking that the more durable robots are probably the right way to go. And plus, obviously, we get all those extra upgrades that we can't install on Tier 1 and Tier 2 androids that we can install on Tier 4. So that's another thing to consider there. Okay, sneaky raid. Now, I have sort of planned this out somewhat. I've made sure everyone had weapons equipped. One thing I noticed when I reinstalled Rimworld, you might remember it was a few episodes ago, I basically reinstalled Windows on my PC, reinstalled Rimworld, and it affected all the settings. One thing I noticed here is pause on urgent letter was unticked, which meant if we got an urgent letter in the form of, say, a raid, or I believe things like plagues also affect that, plagues, malaria, diseases, whatever. I've kind of got everybody prepared right now. We've obviously got all the weapons equipped rather than the tools, and the only 3 people that have really been caught out, luckily, almost everybody was up in the mountain base, which means we can fall back to this second embrasure, obviously far, far from ideal. A lot of the turrets are built. I actually started to replan out this turret section here, as you can see, to try and make that a bit more effective, try and make a bit more better use of the space that we had, since we upgraded, I should kind of say side-graded. It wasn't really an upgrade, wasn't really a downgrade, but swapped over from the 2x2 area turrets to the 1x1, which means we can use this area a lot more effectively now. Also reinstall this and do something with this blank space over here. So the only ones that are really caught out are these 3 down here, which I've sent to this sort of emergency kill box, and then Builderbot, which, because he's a Tier 4 android, should be able to blitz up here and get behind these embrasures before these guys even get out of their turrets. The shield generator did not stop anything. Now, one adjustment I've made in between today and yesterday was that I noticed while we were just doing a lot of cremation and smelting or whatever else, really nothing else has happened. Basically, the shield generators come online no matter what. So, say, and obviously with the wave-based survival mod, we get daily supply drops, and those have been triggering the shield generators to overheat. You can see there's a lot of fire foam there. So what I've done is I've actually put this shield generator on and this shield generator up here on the same power switch. That way, in theory, we can turn it off when we're not using it, and it's close enough to the embrasures that we can go up and just flick it on in the event of a raid. The only problem is sneaky raids. So again, I'm not sure whether to keep them permanently off and stop it overloading, constantly blowing up those fire foam poppers. They're not cheap. They're not super expensive, but they're not cheap either. The 75 steel per one is going to be setting us back if every day we're popping 2 fire foam poppers just as a backup. It does seem a little bit, you know, a little bit expensive. Anyway, let's deal with this first. Let's deal with this before we get into too much else. Okay, so Buildable actually did get there in no time, as you can see. It is an android raid. It's a bunch of, it is just a bunch of random crappy androids. Let's just make sure they don't spawn in with any... Oh, is that everybody? Oh, this is easy then. It's not a full-blown raid, as we've seen before. People are saying I need to send unit into battle a bit more. So I'm gonna give it a go. Oh god, Zero, get the fuck out of there. I'm gonna send Zero in, or sorry, the prototype unit in, and sort of see what we can do. Oh god, they can actually shoot through the tower. Shit, get out of there. Alright, how are we looking? I mean, he's getting absolutely peppered from our boys. I think prototype unit is probably dead. Okay, forget I ever said anything. That was a complete waste of time. We just ended up killing one of our guys there. Man, these guys are harder than I would expect. Okay, they are going to start fleeing now. They've done a lot of damage to say that was a random drop pod raid. Holy shit, wow. That's really frustrating, because now we've got to rebuild all of this shit again before the next raid turns up in 5 hours. Thanks, game. Very cool. Where the fuck are they going? That's not even the way out. What? Okay, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Looks like we're just going to have to kill every last man, woman, and child. Not a problem. That's really frustrating. So, prototype unit is now officially dead as dicks. To be honest, was only on cremation duty anyway, so I thought it was probably worth testing out. They are still not powerful enough to just... People were saying to just fling them at people. Like, genuinely get him equipped with the best melee weapon we could and walk him into battle, because apparently they'd be able to solo a lot of stuff. I think it was probably a little bit over-exaggerated there. Granted, he was up against people with apparently charged weaponry, but even then... Like, he died way too quickly and did barely any damage even when he was in range, so I'm probably not going to rely on those cell units too much. Alright, what are we up against then? Please be easy. Mechanoids? Oh my god. Okay. That is far from easy. Thank you, game. Appreciate that one. What are we looking at? Oh, more fucking androids. How many, though? I mean, they came in on drop pods. It's a bit pointless. 80 of them. Are they using snappers or sappers? What are we looking at? Messages, history. Oh my god, that graph is sad, isn't it? Oh my god, I've never seen anything like that in Rimworld before. Raid. Attacking immediately, right, no sappers, nothing we really have to worry about too much. Okay, so we've got the full-blown kill box obviously rebuilt. I've removed those steel slag as well, so it shouldn't lag like shit, so they try and find their way through here. Oh, we lost any turrets. We didn't lose any... Oh, we did lose the charged railgun. It's good, but I don't know that I can justify 350 steel on a gun that really isn't as effective as just filling the area with more of these little guns. It's less of a... The way I'm looking at things here is if we have rocket launchers turn up, they might shoot the rocket launcher at this one, only destroy this one and the surrounding walls, and maybe ping this one as well. Whereas this is a big investment. That's 350 steel, 60 plus steel, etc., all being lost in that one rocket. Whereas over here, comparatively, it's actually relatively cheap, as you can see. I don't think it's necessary. I think more guns. I like the MP cannon. Obviously, that has a situational use. I don't think this charged railgun is much use, so I'm going to get rid of that one and probably replace it with something better. Okay, let's get everyone squatted up. I'm a little bit worried about this one, because this is not looking... I mean, we're already obviously quite kind of injured. They shouldn't do too much damage. The android raids have never been that much of a threat, but just in case, I'm going to be a little more cautious this time. What are we looking at here, then? Any rocket weaponry? Not as far as I can tell. Okay, that's fine. Let's get Zero. Zero, you are off the front lines. He's our best shooter by far. Obviously, he's got the highest skills in that he has the highest manipulation. He has the best everything. So he can lay down some serious firepower, but it's not worth the risk at this stage. We should be fine without him. God damn, there's still 80 of them kicking through. I might put down a couple more flame turrets, to be honest. I really like the way the flame turrets work. They're actually quite effective there. I thought they wouldn't have... I might also shave that wall off there as well, so they can get a bit more of a diagonal shot off. Then I might also install another one next to it, because these guys just lay down so much firepower, don't they? Are so incredibly good. What we could also do is put another one, I don't know, like down here somewhere. I kind of want to get a more effective range. Hang on, well, these can activate... I mean, we could put them back there as well. The only issue with that is, of course, the flame turrets are not very durable and are highly flammable. I might put one just there or something like that, just to help keep a spread of fire from all sides. I know it's not an effective place to put it whatsoever, but it will still have a good angle on them there, so I'm not so against it. All right, what are we looking at? How many survived? Still fucking over 80. Wow, because we were not able to select everyone with that. My god, okay then. This is not good. Having two big android raids like this back-to-back, especially one that would drop right on our heads like that, is not ideal, because obviously everyone's slightly injured. Is anyone bleeding out? That's the important question. Let me just go through here and double-check. Feeling happy, fine. 5 conditioning, tending, fine. It doesn't look like anyone's going to bleed out. Let's just make sure none of them have significant coolant loss or anything like that. No, it's just Builderbot has a slight crush in his bioprocessor. Yeah, me too. I know how that feels. They've actually got through the kill box here. I'm keeping a close eye on these turrets here, seeing quite how much firepower they truly lay down. Sorry, that wasn't very good. I think I had the bin in that selection there. All right, there we go. So we can sort of see their range here. They can cover more or less the entire kill box. Obviously, it's the entrance area that we're really concerned about. We could even pull them back slightly further and have them on this side. But I would rather the turrets be targeted first rather than our people. Flame turrets obviously putting in God's work as per usual. But yeah, I want to see how durable they are more than anything else. They do lay down a hell of a lot of firepower, don't they? And here's the good thing as well. This is the thing I really wanted to check. They're all focused on different people. Look at the actual angle of the barrels here relative to their position, relative to who they would be shooting at. That's a good thing. The issue with those bigger autocannons is they were always focusing fire. Obviously, we were using a 2x2 area to fire on one person. So that way, it was only killing essentially a slightly... Or it was much more stagnant in who it was killing. This is a much better system, I think. Wow, look at that. They are just getting roasted and toasted. This is what I am concerned about, is when they get this close to the wall. There's no way to really stop that from happening, though, is there? Very nice. I don't know why they do that, why they get close to the wall rather than just progressing on through the kill box. Very weird. Okay, that's exactly why I wanted another flame turret here, to sort of cut this group off. Because these ones will be able to lay down the fire over in this section. Well, they're now destroyed, but that's okay. Whereas this one will be able to deal with this sort of mid-range. It might even be good to have a flame turret sort of up in this section as well, just to help with that. Yeah, this raid is done. Very good. Wow. No losses at all. No turret losses. Did any even take damage? I like these composite turrets. That one took a lot of damage. That one almost did pop there. But to be fair, they held up well. They really did. I think that's a much better system. Like I said, just being able to acquire so many more targets works out really well for us. All right, well done, team. Let's get you guys... let's give these guys some time off so they can go and get themselves healed up and whatever else is necessary. We definitely need some more cremation bots and some more crematoriums. We're not even through that last raid. I mean, to be fair, we've had, obviously, the couple of raids there very strictly back-to-back. But, I mean, just churning out a tier 4 android and not doing anything with it and keeping it as another cremation bot rather than downloading another consciousness into it. I think that actually might be a good play. That might be a good play. Why can we not... hang on, we need to store... Let's put advanced components on this one then. So let's go manufactured and advanced components. And where are those supposedly being stored? Unless we just don't have any left, which is more than likely. No, we do have 10 left somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's untip them from here, just so we can more easily at a glance. It'll save them having to haul all the crap as well. Right, so we've got steel in here. We could also do with some gold being put down in here. It's going to get fairly cramped fairly quickly, I will admit, but it should be all right. Right, we'll put gold on a shelf there instead. But it's also worth noting that these android raids are getting harder. I was just sort of clearing out the kill box, doing the regular sort of post-raid stuff here. Look at the equipment these androids got. So not only have we got like 3 tier 4 androids, obviously tier 4 androids are going to be the first ones to die in the kill box because they move faster. As you can see, there's actually quite a lot of tier 4 and tier 3 androids move faster than tier 2, going to get caught in the traps first. But look at what they've got equipped. We're looking at flak jackets. Of course, they've got 1,000 scarves. Oh, God. Is it... What mod adds a scarf? I might have to remove it, because otherwise... It's quite clever, I will admit. The AI is using an incredible tactic here of overloading us with way too much shit to burn so that we can't actually get around to dealing with all the mood debuffing things like the corpses everywhere. That's incredible. But look, we've got like 3 tier 4 androids there with night vision goggles, flak jackets, I mean, other good equipment there as well. Dual-wielding weapons. I think before long, I wonder if eventually we could just have a raid of like 80 tier 4 droids turning up at our front door. Oh god, that guy stood back up. Thank you, Zero. Oh, damn, that could be a problem. So not only, obviously, with the tier 4 android comes a bit more mood management. I hate to say it, we might have to start building them bedrooms just because of the small, you know, nice bedroom bonus that they'll get from having a persistent bedroom. Now, not only that, but we've also been hit by a psychic drone as well. So these moods are just going to very quickly drop through the floor, which is a bit of a shame. Besides, Repairbot is apparently elated at this mental torture he's got right now. How are they doing? So these guys obviously care about this type of thing. My friend Prototype Unit, Witness, you know, colonists left unburied, blah, 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 blah. They actually care about that a lot more because they're tier 4 android. Tainted Marine boots +2. How many boots are you wearing, my man? Oh, he's got the full set of tainted gear. Right, okay. And it's all of this... I mean, I feel like one way to very quickly deal with that. Let's go ahead and clear a load of 4 stuff. Let's change everyone to soldier, and we'll edit the soldier build just so it's got the... In fact, I feel like I've done this ages ago, but obviously where we've kind of upgraded people have died, people have been transferred, etc., etc. They've probably lost a lot of this. Also, why is Hell Unit not using... Oh my god, Hell Unit doesn't use medicine. Right, okay, that's a bit of a concern. Okay, never mind, we won't worry about that too much. Okay, so Soldier, no tainted apparel, I think, is probably the safest way to do it, especially if we're upgrading fully to tier 4. It's just going to upset them too much. It's too much mood management to deal with. There's no point upgrading to tier 4 if they're always going to be sad about stuff and wandering around and pigging out. So let's also go for Marine. I think I've already set this up, haven't I? The only difference is now we're not allowing tainted gear, so in theory, ideally, they should take a lot of it off, swap it out for some of this other crap here. Are we allowing tainted apparel here, then? We must be if it's kicking around, don't allow tainted apparel. Let's get that shit out of there. It's not like we can even... Oh my god, the scarves. How many scarves are you people wearing? God have mercy. Okay, that explains a lot. That's probably why we've had so many sad ones. Obviously, they are way less armored now. We'll have to churn out some marine armor or something good. People have been saying over the past couple of episodes, make sure we get something, apparently, with the oil. We can produce something that's quite a dense sort of cloth material. So we should churn out some of that, I've been told, and use that as a basis of armor or clothing or something like that. I know everyone's been saying use glitter net. It's a lot of planning with a lot of steel that we really don't have. So we'll have to plan that out. Maybe if we can find a more efficient way to get some resources into the colony, build some more mining bots, that type of thing. Right. So what am I looking for then? Let's go to Rimmerfeller. What is it called? The Synthread or Hyperweave? That's a Hyperweave refiner. I think we should probably put down some Hyperweave refineries and start working on that. Oh god, we haven't got enough room. You have to dig out another... What are you talking about? How many scarves are you people wearing? Do those give bonuses? Have we accidentally been, like, insulation cold? 7.9... So our androids have been able to survive. I mean, what have we got here? 51 of the fucking things? What's 51 times 7.9? A lot. It's a big number. I'm trying to do the maths off the top of my head. It's like 350 something. Anyway, look, they've been minus a lot of degrees. be honest, it's really not that bad. I mean, looking at the amount of power armor that we've got that's untainted, that's not too bad. Like, Crafting Bot missing a helmet. We've got Cremation Bot who's missing everything. But he's tier 2, so I'm just going to have him wear the tainted shit again. That really doesn't bother me too much. There we go. You can have that back, my friend. And then Repair Bot 3, also, like, tier 2, so let's get him equipping the tainted shit. That way, I mean, he's also elated, so I really don't care about if he's in a sad mood. Oh, we could have him wear some gloves as well. Actually, speaking of which, how many of those extra little items do we have? Like, we've got marine boots there as well. We might as well have someone wear them. Alright, so slight change of plan then. What I'm doing is I've made another build there called Soldier with Tainted, which I'm going to give to everybody who either doesn't care, so people with Bloodlust, or people who are so low tier in Android that it doesn't really matter. So, I mean, this is so despite the fact that Cannibal says there that he's tier 2, he's actually tier 3, as it shows up there. Although there's like another robot that we've got that says they're tier 2, but they're actually tier 1. Oh, so Reese the Cremation Bot is just straight up tier 1. My god, we need to upgrade him as soon as possible. Yeah. Okay, so that way they'll be able to wear all of this other garbage gear, but it won't upset the people who it would otherwise be relevant to. There we are. So they're going to go and get themselves re-equipped now. Very nice. Okay, that's much better. So now we've got the best gear on the people who need it, whereas the crap gear on the people who can wield it without having to worry about it. One more hour, so Repair Bot 5 and Cremation Bot. I mean, to say that we've got that high psychic drone male and everybody's male, their mood is actually much better than I anticipated. Cleaning Bot, sorry, where are your clothes? Removing marine armor. Excellent. Okay, that's a bit concerning. Are you going to put something else on? Cleaning Bot, sorry, I mean, he's the only... I mean, I know he is... It says tier 2, he is tier 3, so we'll care a little bit more about this tainted shit, but, excuse me. Damn it, have we got anything else that you can equip? 19%, that would do. And what about... Oh, God, 0.62 and 4.4? Honestly, in all the time I played Rimworld, I've never seen marine armor fall apart as quickly as it does in this colony. It's actually kind of unreal. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we're up against this time. Please, like, mechanoids, panthers, tribespeople, panthers. Just tribespeople. Damn it. That's a lot. That's like... I mean, we've only got half of them selected there, and that's apparently 80. Wow, this is going to be interesting. They might just have us on numbers alone. Holy shit. Okay. Mortars? Incendiary shells? It's raining, so that's not really going to help out too much, but I mean, any sort of explosive, high explosive gear right now definitely wouldn't hurt. Okay, go. Get on those mortars. Everyone else? Let's get just everybody to squad up, and then I'll manually get 0 and Mining Bot 3 on the mortars. Should be able to more artillery for Mining Bot as well. I just have a feeling it's probably more accurate, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Don't have to worry about rocket launch with this one, I guess. They are turning up with, like, stones and bows and arrows, so that's not really much of a concern. It's the amount of bows and arrows they've got. Oh, no. Loads more than 80 have survived here. Look at this. There's an absolute... How many are we looking at? That's another 36 minimum. We're genuinely looking at about 120 people in this raid. This is insane. Well, luckily, none of them are armored, and obviously we have these slightly less effective but more numerous turrets. We've got our... I've set all of our plasma weaponry to melter mode instead of blaster, just in the hopes that it'll melt the skin from their bone, and then we won't have to worry about this raid much longer. Right, let's get you over to your own separate little enclosure there. Right, what... Oh, God, I'm going to have to spread these people out so much more, aren't I? Fucking hell. Okay, get you up there. Now that we don't have that steel slag everywhere, we should be able to space people out much better than we had before. Right, let's move you guys up here a bit more. There we go. Just so they've got a bit better of an effective range. So our guys are still able to shoot on the turrets by the sounds of it. Cremation Bot, come down here. Get out of the way. Right, there we go. Mining Bot, how are we looking? Operating turret? They've got to be within... They are still outside of the minimum range of the turrets there, so that's pretty good. That's such a weird way to phrase it. They're still in range is probably the better way. All right, I'm going to let them keep firing then. They have, what have we got, like napalm shells equipped right now? Again, it's not going to be too effective given that it's raining. That's probably the last shot I'm going to be able to get off, so let's get you also lined up here. There we are. And then we're waiting on, obviously, Cremation Bot, Repair Bot, who for some reason are... You're pigging out and you're pigging out. There is no food, so I don't know how they're doing that. Actually quite effective. You know, that napalm shell hit a group of 5 there, so that's going to slow those guys down a little bit. Obviously, the rain. What I should do... I was going to say roof over the whole thing, but then if we do that, obviously, if the napalm shells hit... I mean, the napalm shell would burst through the roof and light fire to the people who would keep progressing through and get under the roof again. So I don't think the rain would put them out, but... Also seems a bit pointless, huh? Alright, here we go. So we are not aiming for a full victory here. We are aiming just to get them into full-blown retreat, please, ideally. Why is that one also not acquiring targets? Is it too far over? It has to wait for them to actually get in the kill box first by the looks of it. Okay, 0. This time I'm happy to have you actually help out with the combat because, of course, I mean, we're up against tribal people, so not really posing much of a threat here. Holy shit, this is a problem. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's when it gets good. Those combat guns, those plasma guns, when they're set to melt mode, it's just too good. The AoE effect is incredible. Oh, very nice. There's our secondary turret coming in, controlling the mid-ground, which is exactly what we had it there for. All right, very good. This should be fine then. The shield is holding, just. The shield is just about holding. I'd like to reinstall it a little bit lower down to encapsulate those other couple of turrets that we've reinstalled. They are now fleeing. Wow. That is a decisive victory right there. Holy shit, that was just devastating for those guys. My god. All right, so let's also reinstall this a bit lower then. Now that we've sort of seen the fault with things. If we put it about there, that lines up quite nicely with our other shield. Because we don't want our guys to be shooting it, do we? Oh, that was kind of the reason I had it. Okay, we just want to move it over then, don't we? Rather than... Yikes, where am I going to put this? I'll have to put it there. So that way encapsulates all the turrets just. It will miss out on the firing. So you see where Builderbot is down here? If we move it over to there, it actually won't catch that one. Oh, god, that's kind of annoying, isn't it? All right. Maybe just reinstall it over a block or two. So move these fire foam poppers over one block and then reinstall the turret around that. That actually... Oh, sorry, the... Because it's not that far out, right? Where it is right now. Yeah, we're like 2 blocks over. We need to go over just a couple more blocks, and that should incorporate everything. We have 22 advanced components, so let's continue on with the tier 4 android trainer. Obviously, today we're not going to have nearly as much progress as we had yesterday. Just that first ship with the 30 definitely helped out quite a lot, the 30 advanced components, that is. But the amount of raids we've had today has been pretty staggering, to be honest, especially the size of them, too. The difficulty is really getting to these crazy high levels where... We might have to focus on some more guns for a while, and that's definitely a tier 4 one, right? Oh, right, yeah, I was going to say I had them turning out tier 2 for a while, didn't I? Actually, I don't know. What are we building? Oh, right, okay, so we finished the tier 2 build. Good. Tier 4 android, welcome. Now, again, if this guy's good at building or crafting, I'm just going to keep him as is, but, I mean, we might want to download someone else to him. Where is he? Oscar. He has a passion in crafting, so we could build him up quite quickly, and he has a passion in construction. Oh, wow, okay. He's not fantastic to start off with here, but a little bit of practice would make him into kind of another good colonist. I might keep him as he is and not download a consciousness. So I'm going to make him... I'm going to copy CraftingBot's bill and paste that into him. So that way CraftingBot kind of has an apprentice. Again, I mean, similar to CraftingBot here, who has extremely good crafting and pretty good building. This guy has a higher passion in building. So in theory, could be kind of as quickly as possible here, catching up with CraftingBot. So I'm more than happy to keep him around. Let's get you... I'll rename it to CraftingBot 2 in that case. I'm kind of committed to that. Nervous, greedy brawler. Okay, whatever. That's so frustrating, but never mind. All right, whatever. Just fucking brawlers, honestly. Have we got another wrench somewhere for you? We don't. Let's give him a hammer then. Might as well give him a... Can we dual wield hammers? I don't think I've set that up in... I haven't set that up in the dual wield mod. I suppose you could. I don't see why you couldn't dual wield hammers. It wouldn't be massively practical, I guess. What are you doing right now then? Wearing marine armor tainted. Oh, you're tier 4. We need to stop that going on right now. Hang on, let's just switch that over. Oh, also this will make so many people happy. Watch. Boom. I remembered. You can save the comments, please don't save the comments. I need the YouTube stat boosting. But you know, I'm remembering. Okay, I'm trying. Right, what have we also got? We need to also flip you over to soldier, not soldier retained. We need to swap you over to just soldier. And as a tier 4 android, I'm going to bring him right up to the top of the list as well, so we can more easily keep track of things. Okay, well that's a bit frustrating that we've just introduced all that wealth into the colony. Well, we haven't really. We probably lost wealth if anything. But obviously it's a guy who can't defend us as well, so that's fantastic. Alright, so he can, of course, machine those androids down, and that will add to his crafting skill. Let's just keep a close eye on that, because that does count as disassembly, doesn't it? Let's just watch a second when he actually decides to... Yeah, 6.84. Oh, good. Okay, so he can actually work over here, helping out with the crematorium. There we go. We're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I did say I wanted another cremation bot. Kind of got that going for us right now. That's too much shit. Why are we not... We need to cremate weapons, don't we? Or smelt these weapons better. Who's our smelt bot right now? Do we have a dedicated smelt bot? Okay, that's really helpful, thank you. Smelt bot is there. What is he doing if not? Oh, I've also got him on constructing. I'm going to drop him down another layer. Bear in mind that builder bots and whatever else we now have those guys upgraded to tier 4. So we might not need so much speed with that one, but we definitely need some of this crap dealt with. This is so ridiculous. This is absolutely nuts. To be fair, if we get a nice... When we're able to build another few androids, get a few more smelting stations down, it's going to bring in a huge amount of steel into the colony just because of the amount of crap that we've actually got to break down. I moved unit over to smelting as well, and then obviously moving smelting bot back up to the highest level of smelting there rather than building. I think all the building's going pretty well. In the event that we do get hit by multiple raids at once, say a sneaky raid, mechanoids, whatever else, then we might actually need him to go back on the building duty for the time being. Okay, what are we looking at then? Where's Crafting Bot? What are you doing right now? Making advanced components. Have we got enough to churn out? Not quite enough. So we're looking at 10. When he gets that 15 again, I'll have him churn out yet another tier 4 android, and we'll just continue on with the upgrade cycle. I have over 8,000 plasteel. This is unreal. There needs to be a way to turn plasteel back into regular steel, because, oh my god, look at the AI persona cores we've got. Oh god, there's got to be a way to dismantle these things, huh? I mean, we're just getting so much wealth. I'm genuinely going to have to start burning AI persona cores. Because this is going to screw us otherwise. There's got to be something useful I can build out of this stuff rather than just having it as... Oh, no. Because these guys... Well, I mean, what's the market value on an AI persona core? 4,000 apiece. And those are just kicking around. 52 times 4,000. That's a lot. Yeah, this is not ideal at all. So we need to find something useful to do with this. I mean, making tier 4 androids is all well and good, but we can't make tier 4 androids as fast as we're getting AI persona cores. It seems completely nuts to say that. I think we're... I mean, I don't even know how can we break them down. I'm just going to have to leave them out in the ocean. There's no other way I can handle this much wealth coming into things otherwise. Unreal. It's just such a ridiculous... What the hell is going on with these potatoes? Get out of here. They've grown potatoes randomly. Right, so why don't we create a very small overflow zone? Because I imagine we probably got more down here, or if they actually hauled all of those from down here. Oh man, we're actually getting through this area quite nicely too. Look at that. Before long, we might actually have all this shit broken down. Oh, no, they've just hauled a load more stuff over here. That's good. Thank you, I appreciate that a lot. My god, this is absolutely nuts. 13 more hours. Well, we should be able to get a lot of this stuff done. Even then, we've still got more bloody corpses to break down. Oh my god, it's unending. It's actually unending. How are you still alive, by the way? Kill this person. Oh, goods trader. Oh my god, please buy all of my persona cores forever. Go and see if we can trade some of the shit out of something useful. Steel? You got advanced components? I'll take it. Oh god, that's not good. Okay, we'll buy some chem fuel. We need to just buy whatever could be potentially useful here. Cloth. I will buy all of your cloth, because that way we can start rebuilding our dummies a bit more. What I was going to do today is actually put down some hydroponics basins with some cloth growing in it, so that we can... I keep calling them dummies. I mean, they technically are, but decoys. So that we can... so that, in theory, we can avoid some rocket launch fire. Anyway, what else we got? Sell all this garbage out, thank you. Go juice, get gone. Plasteel? They do have steel. We don't need... I mean, I was thinking selling plasteel, obviously. 69 jade. Nice. Glad we got that. Composite red, obviously, we have an okay amount of, but certainly we don't want to sell it ever. Oh, God, this sucks. You got any marine armor? Untainted marine armor. Android upgrade station. Those are just the beds, aren't they? I have no idea. Let's buy a couple, see what they do. Gold. I mean, we've apparently only got 71. Oh, we have none, but that's because it's obviously on shelves. I mean, it'd be better to probably swap some silver for gold. That way we're taking some wealth out of the colony, but it's actually still useful. Bear in mind, we'll never get the market value back on that. To be fair, buying plaster would actually take some wealth out of the colony, weirdly enough. We do have 18,000 going on right now. This is such a weird situation to be in. We're too rich, and I don't know what to do about that. Advanced components. We could buy regular components. Not that we need anymore. There you go. It's 8,000. Boom. Thank you. Right, so what are those android upgrade stations? I feel like those are... Yeah, those are just the hospital beds, aren't they? Thought so. They are useful because, you know, we've seen that multiple occasions we've had loads of people injured simultaneously. What is this? They sent us fresh marine armor. Oh, look at that. Nice. Well, that's looking a little bit more effective now. I've moved Zero, and if you can't tell... Oh, God, this is such a mess. I've moved Zero onto Cremate as well, because Zero can't do much, obviously, given that it was only intended to be a... This is either great or terrible. So this raid has been hit by, obviously, mechanoids. The tribespeople chased by mechanoids. However, I'd rather fight tribespeople than mechanoids, I think. Wow, the absolute firepower they're putting out there. This looks like it could actually be a stalemate more than anything else. Scallywags are extremely, as we've talked about before, they're extremely delicate. So these guys getting in there close with spears and whatever else. Wow. This is where we commit extreme war crime. Get on the artillery, blow them away. Doesn't matter who wins, we win double. Oh, God, more persona cores. Don't do that. Come on, where's Zero? Open fire. You may fire when ready. Oh, there we go. Yes, killed it. Oh, my God, they actually beat the mechanoids. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, look at the amount of components plastic we're going to get from that then. And what are we looking at? We're looking at over 80 tribesmen again. A lot of them heavily injured, and we did get the killbots again fully rebuilt. We've already got that down to an art. Okay, defensive positions then, team. That's not ideal. Okay, you get back on the artillery, though, because that could do a decent amount of damage here. Oh, please, our reclamation bot. Oh, God, we need to replace those with auto doors. It's going to get my people killed. I mean, it has on multiple occasions, obviously, trying to come home like that. Great miss. Fantastic. Good start. Right, everybody get equipped. Ooh, a good hit from the incendiary shell there. Look at that. Very nice. Just keep going. It's just relentless. My God, the fires are kind of getting out of control. Wow, that's so good. That's really thinned out the herd quite nicely. Good thing about incendiary shells is, of course, they don't actually damage the walls and the traps too much either, just the initial shell impact. This is great. Wow. I mean, that's way more effective than I thought. IEDs, I've actually genuinely considered laying like this area full of IEDs, especially like this passage here and this one here, just to avoid any super emergency situations where we have to fall back or something like that. Obviously, we're not quite at that stage yet, but these raids are undeniably getting incredibly hard. Yeah, I think we can chalk this up as an absolute success with the napalm. Look at that. They've all just been completely staggered by it. Very nice. Okay, it's going to take a long time to get through the bloody kill box, which is kind of a pain in the ass because that's going to affect everyone's mood. But hey, the napalm is just way too effective. I mean, this is a game changer. I wish I'd have given it this much of a try previously. I was just a bit worried that, you know, it's raining, so it's not going to be as effective. But no, that seems to work pretty fucking well, I think. My god, what a state. And they're through at long last. Okay, and this is where they all just get ripped apart. It's just unfair. It really is just completely unfair, isn't it? Oh my god, he's still shelling them. A little bit unnecessary. I mean, that corpse, I'm pretty sure they were already dead. My god. There we go. Plasma rifles firing. Flame turrets, right? That's such a nice middle ground between those two flame turrets. They both have a slight overlap, but so very different roles there. It's just a really cool area of effect. And then of course we've got these guys bearing down on them, the plasma guns. I think in terms of actual defense, right now we're good. The only thing that could really ever screw us is triple rocket launchers, things that obviously Raid's filling up with a lot of rocket launchers. We've got actually very lucky today. It's been mostly tribespeople androids. Now that we're in sort of a safe scenario again, I do want to start working on those decoys as soon as possible. I think we've demonstrated we can defend ourselves against mostly everything, but the explosive weaponry. So let's do this now before I get distracted doing some other shit. Where do you want to put down these hydroponics? I mean, we could really put them down inside here. It's so rare that we ever get. I mean, we've never once had a raid get into this area. If they do, I think we've got bigger fish to fry. You know, because our nuclear reactor being right fucking there. Yeah, let's put down some hydroponics in here. Why the hell not, then? So let's put down whatever we can really fit in to start off with. I'm going to do something like that. This might be a little bit overkill, but we have a ridiculous amount of power, don't forget. So I'm really not too against kind of filling up what we've got. And what's the temperature in here? Because I know the temperature inside the base is very cold, although I think I built some more coolers and forgot to change the temperature on them again. So let's just reset all and knock that down to -19. There we go. So this in here should be fine, because it's not... Yeah, it's 36. That's absolutely fine for growing crops. Okay. This is going to take some rebuilding, I think. Oh, my God. I assume composite is not flammable. I assume steel is not flammable. It does seem... I mean, I know steel is flammable in base game Rimworld. I assume we're playing with the mod that changes that. Oh, good. Let's pull our people back a second, because it turns out those guys are still very much alive and kicking. I don't want our people to be shot by the turrets, mainly. Right, so just let them flay a bit more. It's going to take them a long time to get out there. That's the problem. And then we'll slaughter the ones on the ground so they don't accidentally get up and our people get shot by all of these damn turrets. Come on, leave. Walk around. What are you doing? We're going to leave this episode here for today. I know it's been very raid heavy and not much progress, but we made a lot of progress yesterday. It honestly is just going to be a case of, I mean, today it was definitely a little bit of unluckiness with those first few raids kicking things off. But, you know what, I think we did a pretty good job. We did get a couple more tier 4 androids out there. Obviously, optimized the killbots quite significantly as well with all these extra little turrets, but I think we've proven our defenses are good. These guys are going to get built. The reason I want to leave it for the time being is, is this, to be honest. Speed 4, you can sort of see everyone has to flee, the fires have to go out and that type of thing. So I'll give the game some time to just cool off for a second. In the meantime, while I wait the next 20 minutes for these guys to hopefully vacate the premises, I'm going to give a thank you to all of the insane top tier level patrons for making the series possible in the first place. Next series, we'll definitely be going back to renaming some characters after you guys. This series, like I've said, it doesn't really make much sense. I'd love to rename you guys after Hellbots, but apparently they're crap, which is again kind of a bit of a shame, isn't it? Okay. Let's go to this list here. Been waiting for Rimworld to close. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you to Alchemia, Anthony Gawley, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Bacon Kitten, Beleg Strongbow, Ben Hofflin, Chesty, Croesus, Donald, Fakuna Vasquez, Gogolus, Harry McGowan, Iguana Squad, James Shea, Jonah Waters, Justin Wallace, Caden Carter, Michael Mullen, Muskratful, Norstress, Necrophilin, Pelvis Presley, Rodin, Scott, Scan, Slippy Nips, Somnus, Shea, The One Ring, Tom Terry 18, Tyler Kendall, Tyler McClan, Vacuous Backers, Varagon, and William Green for the support at the insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you guys for making the channel possible in the first place. Thank you for bearing with this series. I know that with some episodes, it's very much ups and downs. Some episodes are hyper progress and doing really well, and then other episodes, obviously, we get a lot of setbacks because of the ridiculous raid system, but that's just the randomness of Rimworld. You wait till my next series idea comes out. Then you'll be wishing we were back with the androids. Thank you as well to Uwu Daddy, Asro, Adam Person, Adrian Eliasson, Andrew Walsh, Andrew Wilson, Anchor, Attila, Betimus Max, Better Valerian, Blood for the Blood God, Wayne Gunn, Chris, Corgi Circus, Dapper Go, Don, Dunk2217, Emerald Beam, Foosh, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, Genji Zerka, Gothamo, Grey, Haji Dumar, I am Sagater, Irotha, Icy the Great, Jackson P, Jay Lara, Jacob Wolfie, Jason Sushu, Jose, Jeebus Crust, Duran DeVries, Jessica Smith, Jobs, Lucky Sister, Jilly Vondel, Josephia, Justin Plock, Justin Rules, Justin Waters, Kevin Saunders, Lieutenant Dan, Lepus, Llewellyn Thomas, Luke Wallace, Manuel Bossich, Mastolp, Monty, Mosi Sampson, My Name Isn't Dio, Nathaniel Lundberg, Nick, Organised Confusion, Pansamu, Panther Pearl, Peyton Denisar, Russian Oligarch Billionaire, Ryan Hooper, Sam Kears, Scaps, Shardul, Smirtworm, Socrates, Super90089, Sweetie, Tony Laban, Volta, Voodoo Mumbo, Void Prince Kibo, Will Wade, Wilson Atef, Wolfie, Yellowford, Yorker, Zach, and Zetlot 2. See you guys all tomorrow for a fresh helping of androids. Hopefully some progress.